But yeah, let's quickly do a VOD review. I'm gonna show you a few highlights and low points of this run that got me the 101, because that's still, I personally think every PB is worth it. You know, if I wouldn't have gotten a PB that was a 101, if it would have been between the 102.05 and 102.0 flat, I'll probably not post and be like, I can definitely still do better, right? But I got the 101, and let's take a look at how it actually went, because it wasn't that great overall. Not insanely great as I would have hoped for. So, as we start the fight, of course, we go through everything here. We go up the tanker, and tanker overall was like a decent run. It was fine. And we go back a little bit to the start. So here we go. We're going up. My God, this is so quickly. If you just skip one part, you go through a whole fight. And here we go. We have a right side Olga here. Starting with a body shot, follow up with another one. We're going to 50%, and then, of course, we try to go
I grew up on the battlefield, conflict, and
on. As you can see, like on VE, her stamina drops continuously even after you shot her. It's a little nice mechanic. And I got lucky that she went forward here, but I did lose some time versus a left side loop, for example. Right? But just having a plus 104 is like, it's like a fine start. It's not terrible at all. Didn't have a daft drop, my God. And going, of course, for Prozac skip. Thankfully, though, I do get comfortable enough with this trick by now, so I can be like, I'm just gonna do it. Like, it's fine. Leaning, waiting a second, and then going through. Like, I feel comfortable with this. And we already saved, like, 0.4 seconds here. And yeah, sensor shot is like okay-ish, just a little bit of adjustment. You can do YOLO shots where you literally just like quick aim and then pray that you don't explode. That's a way to squeeze out a few more frames. And yeah, we got from a plus 1.4 down to a plus 0.8, so that's fine. Nothing special about this here. Guard rush again, that was an interesting case. I was still hoping, like, please give me a good one. I don't want to lose more time. Ending tanky here on plus minus 0 would have been nice. As you can see, like, I got this one behind the box. The right one, thankfully, came forward. So that's like a standard guard rush, 13 seconds distance. Not too bad. And yeah, we starting here the holds with around 0 seconds. It's not that bad. So next up, my new trick. Well, it's not my trick, but the new trick that I implemented here. Magazine ladder. I thought like, shit, had a broken camera. So you can continue with a broken camera. I don't know the timing to shoot the projector guard, so I opted to be like, okay, we're just gonna walk south of him. We're gonna take a few seconds of time loss there, but actually it wasn't even that big. It was just plus 1.6. So we are still on plus minus 0 settings here. I can easily save time in tanker now if I have a non-broken camera glitch here. Yeah, I mean, if you know what to do, it's still fine. You just lose a, as you've seen, 1.6 seconds, like whatever. If you've been doing this in practice and you've been like, yeah, camera's broken again, you can still continue the run, thankfully, so it's not much of a time loss. And there you go, that's the end of tanker. Just your standard 2-point pictures. Nothing too complex. Going through here, ending on the 5.24. Not a PB, but definitely also not a bad run at all for tanker start. You know. And as always, we're gonna go through here, the beginning section. There's nothing much to explain. I think I did the roll here really well on the roof. Like, that was actually not bad here. So I've been almost at the vent there. Minimum movement necessary. So that definitely saves a good chunk of frames compared to a bad roll. And as we've seen, yeah, we're exactly plus minus 0 now. Right? So we go through the bomb section. There's some pluses, some downs. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We're just defusing bomb. You can see even I scratched down a little bit more time here. Losing some frames, winning some frames. I sadly had to shoot this guy here in Strat A because I didn't hold him up early enough. So I will lose a little bit of time here. So you can see I'm gonna leave Strat A now and I'll be like Yeah. Well, 3 seconds lost versus gold, plus 1.6 here versus PB. That's like not ideal. That's an easy time save to get, just if we had the timing again, you know. And here we go. So I had to pause here because I had to answer a phone call. And Strat F, yeah, we also lost a little bit of time in Strat F. I don't even know why exactly we go back here. A little bit wrong there. We shoot this guy, we enter Strat F. And I think I didn't hit him at first. Oh no, I did actually. I'm quite sure what the issue was then with Strat F. Like, normally you don't need to lose any time here.
Who's there?
Oh yeah, I was leaning against the box and wasn't getting down fast enough. Weird perspective thing, yeah, that's understandable. So we were like losing another second there. And then going over to Strat E. The rooftop of toss, you know, it's your standard. You just go up, defuse the bomb. Or freeze it, I guess. And then move on. And yeah, in EF, we lost even more time in EF as well. Why? I think I just did slight mistakes there in the execution. As you can see here. Yeah, we lost a second there. Probably just fumbling over my inputs because I had the phone call coming like, ah, what the hell? That's what happens when you stream during normal daytime. And here's the oh god. So here's the first major issue I had in this run. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed by that I still keep making these mistakes. I was looking too far on the left. I was too far on the right then, and I couldn't stay on the platform. I was like readjusting, and then I did the mistake again. I need a... Like at this point I was like, okay, the PB is done, we're just gonna do one no reset run, you know, we're just gonna warm up, it's fine. It's the first run of the day, literally, like, it's whatever. We lose 8 seconds here, it's whatever, right? But I was already like, oh god, yeah, okay, well that's the start today, it's fine. I can do another run after this. I genuinely feel like this first run of the day is okay to fuck up. Because it's the first run, who cares? And then I have another mini mistake here where I want to switch to the box 3. So you hold down L2, go down and right. And for some reason down didn't notice, so it just switched to sensor B. Got shot here and stopped, of course. Had to do the menu again. So I also lost here another second. That's like all those time losses that really aren't necessary to be done. But they sometimes just happen, you know. Therefore, though, Strat D here is fine. Nothing going wrong here, really. Can just move on. And then we do the second conveyor belt glitch. And I've been already like, ah, what the hell, whatever. I don't need to be like that clean. And then I did the same mistake again. Needed a second. I didn't lose as much time, but I still lost, as you can see here, like 3 seconds. I was plus 14 at this point. 11 seconds just because of conveyor belt glitch. And I'm like, oh my god, okay. That was definitely when I knew, like, ah, whatever happens, like, PB chances are slim. I might as well just, you know, lean back and just do the warm-up run. But I didn't stop the recording. I was kind of glad about that. Because usually when I'm like, yeah, this definitely can't PB anymore, I just stop the recording because I don't care. But I kept going because I was like, whatever. You know, plus 14, we know we have a little bit of time saved with the swim glitch, like 16 seconds. We could be plus minus 0. And I'm doing the zips now with Emma Zip, so you know, there's also a chance up to 15 seconds can be saved with this trick, so not impossible. You can still PB this. Well, we're going through here. Fortune is like fortune, it's like whatever. I think we're gonna end with a little bit of time loss here. The 117 is quite good. And I think we have like 118 here. 17, 18, yeah. 1 second lost here. Even if I get a super clean run, losing 1 second here is like whatever. Fortune wall hacking, exactly. And so, once again, on Strat A, I just, even with the box on, which makes your movement way more tight, I still blow up there. This is like easy 3 seconds time save I can get. Still didn't get it here, which is fine. I didn't get it in my PB either, so I'm like, ah, whatever. So we lost 11 seconds on conveyor belt glitch. We lost 3 seconds there. We lost a little bit earlier in 1 or 2 rooms where just movement mistakes happen. So all of these are just basically execution issues. And we had like 1 second of RNG time loss. It's like you know, whatever. Fine. And so I still continue to run. I go through. We're gonna do Fat Man, and you may not have seen this, but I uploaded a YouTube video 2 days ago where I explained how I'm doing my timing for the Fat Man fight with non-lethal weapons. So, in case you didn't know, usually when you stop Fat Man, he falls over. You can only shoot him like 2 times in the head, and they get up and move on. But if you have exactly the right timing with the M9 here, you can actually one-cycle him and shoot him 4 times before he goes up again. Which is why on very easy, we can actually have him trip over and shoot his head 4 times. And that will take off all his stamina, and we can then, you know, continue on, which is quite good, I think. Because that makes the fight very consistent. I don't need to bother myself at all and worry like, oh, where will he go after the first 2 shots? Which is why I was thinking, okay, I know about this trick. I did it last year at ESA Winter 2022, and I popped off like a maniac. And I knew when if I can make this consistent enough, this will be definitely nice, because I don't need to worry at all about Fat Man anymore. And then in practice, I found out the timing is actually very easy to execute if you do it the following way. You have to first punch kick him so it trips over. Then you hold down L1 and R1 to go first person view and aim on his head, and hold down square. And when you shoot, you need to let go of square or X first to shoot, and then just a few frames later lift your right index finger from first person view. So you can double tap R2 to reload the gun, press down first person view and auto aim again with the shot, with the weapon key, of course, and then do it again. Always lifting your weapon finger, like your thumb first, and then your index finger from first person. That distinction, doing it one after another instead of at the same time, that actually helped me to find a very consistent timing so it doesn't break at all anymore. I can still screw it up. As for example, the first shot needs to be done within a certain time, or you don't have enough time to execute 4 shots. Instead, you do only 3, and then he will run away. Right, that would be a reset, but it's easy enough and consistent enough for me right now that I can do these 4 shots. So let's see that in action. And if you want to see that, like, look at my X button and the right bumper, where I actually let go of X first and then first person view. Well, here we go. Quick bump diffuse, standard with the right distance. It's a quick diffuse, and then here we go. So I gotta come over here, stand on this spot where the dot is. This is where my head needs to be aligned with this dot. And then I hear the 3 dashes. I count those 3 dashes, 1, 2, 3. And I continue to say 4. And on the 4th one, you initiate the punch kick. Let's see it one more time. Listen in. Falls over there. Those are the 4 shots, and you don't need to bother at all with Fat Man anymore. You just focus on freezing those bombs. Try to get the right distance for 2 fast bombs. As you can see here, it saved me 1.1 second. I can probably save just another second here with a little bit of better movement. But yeah. In a full game run, already being 20 minutes into the run, doing a method that's basically new and known to be risky. Like, even in my head, I'm like, oh, this is still a risk. Feels good to pull it off in a full game run, instead of just single segment practice. I even watched the Fat Man Conveyor tutorial, even if I don't run VE. Good tutorials. Thank you very much. So let me see, like, where's my chat here? Put it on the right. But after this, it's for a little while your standard run, nothing to worry about. You go down here, you do your menus. I got a gold there for a few frames, which is nice. You grab the AK. You go down to the DMAG room. And I had a little bit of an issue down there because I still don't know the timing yet. The first stun, of course, you throw inside the elevator, so the elevator doors stay open. The second stun you pull out here roughly. I usually do when I'm here. And then there's a certain time between shooting your AK, which causes the guards after the first alert to wait at the elevator to come down if you shoot the AK. And then the second stun is there to have these guards fall over after they begin walking south. And the trick you want to execute here with the second stun is basically that they lie in a position where they're inside the door frame, of course, and that door and both the elevator both stay open. I did it here a little bit later. Go back here quickly. I need to really analyze quickly a run of Platonic Eye. For example, like, I don't know if he puts the second stun off here or here on this line, right? This is why I did it, and that wasn't quite the right timing. I also need to see, when does he shoot his AK? I shoot the AK when I bypass this guard on the right here. But that still sadly doesn't align, so this trick works. So I gotta quickly watch a run of Platonic Eye to find out those timings here. And as you can see here, these guards have come out, and then the idea would be that this second guy would be inside the door frame. So the timing was probably just off by a little bit. I should have shot a little bit earlier, and then it would have worked. But regardless, you know, we're going up there, it's fine. We got the D-mic. I can probably still save a second there if I get this trick to work out fully. Then we're going here. Grab the guy, and then of course, you know what happens next. We gotta find Ames, and this is the next part where definitely my hopes were just crushed, because look where Ames is. Look at him. I couldn't find him. I wasn't quite sure. I've used, of course, the trainer to get myself the old lady spawns here. And I should have known, looking at this little area here where you see the cursor, right? Normally, if the old ladies are all here, old ladies, there would be 3 pairs of legs. One of them would be on the left that you can't see. And there would be another pair of legs here. It wasn't there, and I didn't fully think, is Ames there? I was thinking during the pause, is he there or not? I should have done it, because he was literally there. If you don't see the second pair of legs next to those initial first ones here, you know Ames is on the top left corner. And instead of going all the way south of the room and then left, you can go this middle way and save a few seconds. In any case, I wasn't quite sure here, so I was like, I don't know, I'm checking down here. Nope, nobody here. And I walk all the way south, thinking, maybe he's on the bottom left. He's not in that square. He's not here. As you can see here, this is what I mean, right? If all of these were ladies, you would have seen 2 pairs of legs, and the middle one you can't see. So if Ames is the middle one, you still don't know if he's there or not. But if you see one of these 2 pairs of legs there, you know, okay, if one of them is missing with the old lady spawn, that's where Ames is. You can go in the middle way and at least save a little bit of time. In this case, I didn't, and we can see the timer rising here and rising and rising and rising. And oh my god, what's the timer doing? Timer-chan, no. So he's like, yeah, we have 7 seconds lost here. It's like, wow, plus 22. Can we come back from this? We have 16 seconds at the swim glitch. We have 15 seconds maybe at Emma Zips, and a little bit of small time saves in the end game, so it looked dire. It definitely looked bad. And so of course, you know, gotta move on. We gotta grab the PSG1. Oh yeah, I had an issue here where I wanted to do the stereo. The stereo can save you up to like half a second, I think. But if you fuck up and this happens, I definitely wrote off way too late. Watch out here. Normally, I think roughly the spot when you want to initiate that stereo, you want to do it from here, a little bit earlier. You know, the second line where his leg is. This is the line roughly, I think, where you want to press X, so he does a cartwheel, and then he will cartwheel all the way over the stairs. Doesn't even slow down at all. In my case, did it too late, fell over, lost time there. So I might as well just not do them at all. If you fall and trip, that still costs you more time than just walking over the stairs. From what I know from your 10206 is that you might have just PB'd because of swim glitch. Yeah, that swim glitch cost me a lot of time. Like, it was devastating. If I didn't have the swim glitch issue there, I would have PB'd without MSFs at all, you know? I would have PB'd in a very nice 101 and would have retired. Now I'm like, nope. Even if I get the 101 in this one, I'm still not happy. I know I can do better. I've been practicing so much. Like, it's now or never. We're gonna get a really good one now, I hope. At least not with these major issues like losing 11 seconds at conveyor belt glitch. You can't do anything about Ames. Ames is where he is. But having a PB now with this very bad Ames, chances are you will always save at least 1 or 2 seconds with a slightly better Ames. So we'll see. And of course in this run, the big next issue is, here we are. And I'm like, oh god, I was a little bit shaky here with the aim. I waited for the Cypher to go down, so I don't need to adjust my aim. There's probably at least a second I can get here. There we go. I got a 3188 in my gold and I got a 33 here. Let's see what this one does. So I lost a second here. I saved a little bit. I saved a second here actually. It wasn't that bad. But I can still do these sensors a little bit better. And now the question of course is, how does my hair rate do? Well, have a look while I take a sip of water. Oops. Got the 5 shot. Got the +1. I was like, okay, at least we got that. It's good. Now just the 2 follow-up shots here. 1, 2, drop down to not get hit. Okay, we didn't lose time here at all. In fact, we were actually so clean. We lost like 0.06 seconds. So this was good. There's only one more thing that helps us to save even more time. That would be a 6+1. So 5+1 is the 5 initial shots, then a +1 at the turnaround, and then 2 more. Thanks, Dan, for the good luck. And then the 6+1 saves even more time because we don't even need to wait for the extra 2 die shots. We literally give him 6 shots when he's flying over us, and then we just need to hit the +1. That ends the fight on very easy, the 6+1, which is tight. Very tight. But if you can hit this, this saves even more time. So I was expecting something really bad for well, why? Come on. I'm good at the Harrier fight, even if I fuck up sometimes. You know, sometimes the fuck up is just I didn't hit one of these 4 squares. I was like, ah. Or if I hit them and I get low damage, that's still time loss because I can't finish him within the required amount of shots. You build it up like that. No. Take a look what it takes. I mean, that's on you. I didn't make it sound like something bad would happen. The bad things happened here at 23. Look at the graph. Look how the graph looks like. It's going up. From here on out. I'm going to frame this correctly now. From here on out, it's only getting better. Okay? So I'm like, alright, we gotta do the menu here, because if you end with the chaff in your hand, you keep the chaff in your hand, but you can also keep the stinger in your previous. So in order to get away of that, you're gonna do this cowboy here, and doing this cowboy, I'll usually do it in the second one. I gotta hold down R2 and press down 3 times to go from chaff to nothing, and so I can switch back and forth later. If I don't do that while I will be crawling, or just like sidestepping there later, I can't switch weapons and speed up my animations like that. No cuts in here at all. Very good. Gonna move on over here, get to the end, and as we will see, right there, Covilin, good stuff, and actually, boom, 0.2 seconds. Oh, okay, that's cool. Overall saved 1.5 seconds versus PB, so that's not bad. And then we even threw the chaff exactly right, so the guard didn't even alert on me. Which comes with one issue. You kind of want to have an alert here, because you don't need to worry about the guy that's going to take a piss. And so because I didn't have an alert here, I was getting ready to spam start, because you want to skip this cutscene as quickly as possible.
I'm going to go in my pants.
I'm going to go in my pants. I ripped the AK ammo here just because I want to make sure I have enough. You know, I did have failed runs where I didn't have enough AK ammo, so we're not going to do that same mistake again. Oh yeah, we're just going to continue here, and it's all good and easy. So from here on out, it's all fine. We're going to meet the president. Nikita here. Look at that Nikita get up. And there you go. Can be done slightly faster. It's not going to cost a run to die. For some reason, though, oh yeah, right. During this swim here, check out this sweet swim. I don't know what's wrong, but I slightly got caught on that corner here. Losing the 1.7 seconds in this last segment, by the way, is because the elevator wasn't fast. This is a standard time loss, I want to call it, because it's super lucky if you get a fast elevator with just 1 button press. Standard is to lose these 2 seconds versus your goal. That's fine. But yeah, if you go back, where's my video? We'll see. Where's my video? Hey. All right, let me just restart the recording. What's going on here? So we got Ames, we got Harrier, President. There you go. Okay, the reading works. I don't know why it didn't work. I don't know. Right, where have we been? Oh yeah, Nikita grab. All right, so we'll go down to the Nikita, grab it here. And I don't know. I just lost almost 4 seconds here. This is just weird in general. Hit the button here, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Should work. And oh, yeah. The classic mistake I do sometimes. I look at the panel, and for some reason, I don't press up in triangle. Sometimes I just press up, just triangle. So I get away from that panel, and it's like, shit, how do I get back in again? And I know now I just need to tap R1 to go first person quickly, get out of first person, and then the panel will be like, oh, Raiden's looking at me. I gotta let him press my buttons. Didn't do that here, so I was like panicking. I was just turning around, leaning against it. That's not the right thing to do. Then I gotta step up, turn around. And then I could press the panel. So like, yeah, even versus my PB, I lost like 2.5 seconds here. So I was lying when I said it's getting better. And there's still like small issues here that are easily ironed out. I'm like, oh no. Oh, that's so bad. And yeah, as I said, getting up here on this little pedestal is like also, yep, it's not happening. So I'm like, damn it. At least that final turn was good. I didn't need to correct that anymore. Every time when you need to correct the angle, you lose a little bit of time because it takes time again for the Nikita to speed up. In this instance, like, we're fine. And now we're getting to the big thing where swim glitch happens. So you can see here in the video, it's maybe not fully readable if you're watching this on mobile, but in the PB, we had 52 seconds in the segment because I messed up the swim glitch here. My gold in the last split file was a 35 seconds. In this split file, it's a 36 seconds. So I know for a fact I can save even 1 more second versus my gold, but let's see if I could finally pull off the swim glitch here. And the video file stopped again. I gotta restart the video. That's funny. 34. There you go. So, swim glitch. Can I pull it off? There's 16 seconds on the line here. I just gotta do this clean enough. I'm like, okay, turn around, execute, and I was like, a little bit too far. Gotta slow down on my left presses, and then we're going up, and yeah, that's okay. That's an okay swim glitch. Not perfect by all means, but you know, we take those, it's fine. As to say, 1 cycle, it's definitely good. So we go up here, we lost like 1 second versus gold, but we're only at +10 now. Shoot and Vam, easily done. 16? I thought 30 seconds for some reason. No, it was 16. It wasn't that massive of a time loss. And we had Vamp here with a few frames being lost, and I'm like, oh yeah, this... Also in this swim section, minuscule time loss just because of movement. I turn around slightly too early here, and I lock myself into the corner. I gotta wait a little bit longer. And I got really cocky here because I put on the coolant spray. I was like, okay, +10. If I get the ammo zips, we can get into PB range. So I'm just gonna try. Fuck it. And if you know you're gonna do ammo zips, there's no point in equipping the 8K because you actually don't need it until you get to the second to last room before sniping. And so I already put on the coolant spray because that's the only thing I need if I can pull off the ammo zips. And so we're going here. We prepared this. I'm like, okay, here's ammo. I'm gonna drag all along, swim a little bit. Swim all the way back. Nothing major. A few frames maybe being lost. It's like fine. Whatever. And then we go up the elevator, and here comes the first ammo zip. And for those that don't know how ammo zip works, there's a very clear setup that we need to do. So when we start in this elevator, you want to hold D-pad upright, so we can run into the upright corner. Like this. We want to hold it a little bit longer so Raiden actually looks fully to the right. Okay? Then we go into first person and press the weapon button to grab Emma. We just need to put her. We don't need to do anything else. We just need to put her there. After that, we let go. We go to the right side of the wall by just using D-pad. Lean against it. Let go. Press circle or B once to do one punch. And then we wait. And ideally, Emma, from this setup, gets bumped. And then she gets put out of bounds. Out of bounds means an alert starts and we can go at the end of the room. And then if we come back to that room, she won't be in the elevator anymore. She will be at the bottom right corner. Is that really RNG? I thought you'd have to do something else for it. No, it's not even RNG. This is just the setup. But the setup is so precise that it can happen that it doesn't work. You know? The timings and the angles you take are fairly defined. That's why we use D-pad. But it's still precise enough that it can sometimes not work. So let's go back again. Watch it one more time in fully setup. Go here, drag here. Let go, against the wall, punch. One bump, nothing. Two bump, nothing. Three bump, nothing. At this point, if you do 3 bumps, you know it's not going to happen anymore. That's a given. After 3 bumps, not going to happen, no worries. And the backup is, either take the elevator down and set her up again, or do this. Just walk to the left and hit her from the angle. You can walk from the left to the right and try to hit her. You can walk from the south to the north, try to hit her. I get lucky that this backup thing happened, and yeah. She zipped, I was like, okay, I guess that's fine. We still got the zip at KL in the next room, so we're just gonna move on. It's fine. So, what we're gonna see now when we get through the room, of course, the split will happen here. I'm feeling like, hey, minus 22, we're minus 10, that's amazing. But you gotta remember, we gotta go back in and grab Emma, so keep the minus 22 in your mind right now. We still gotta go back. So how much time we will lose now? What is the difference? Minus 22. How much time does it take to drag her through here? That actually gives us the time save versus the previous room if we were just to drag her along. Now you see it melting. You see it melting. And it's like, oh, 18. So versus the last one, we only actually saved 4 seconds because it took so long. If you get a first bump, you can save actually 8 seconds. So we did save some time, but we could have saved more. Right? Could have been 4 more seconds actually. And then, of course, we gotta do the KL zip. KL zip isn't that reliable apparently. Can happen very fast, can happen very slow. What is the zip that we got here? So the execution of this trick is fairly easy. When you go in here, just press D-pad to the right bottom, so you line yourself with the right wall. You go into first person, hold Emma, put it to the side, and then you lean against the wall, you punch once to go left, you press D-pad down to turn fully down, then you hold down to lean against the wall, and then ideally, when you let go of the wall, you bump into Emma, and she pops. Turn around, wall, punch, down, bump. Perfect KL zip. Just perfect. Full 7-second time save here. Insane. Super lucky. And now when we come back here, we gotta take the alert off. So we gotta leave the room, and thanks to Very Easy, when we leave, the alert doesn't appear. On higher difficulties, the alert also doesn't appear because it takes a few seconds to come in anyway. So thankfully, though, even on higher difficulties, you can do the zip here with Emma, and you wouldn't get an alert. But on VE specifically, the alert does fully drop anyway. So you come back here, and this is why I didn't put on the AK, because you don't need to shoot the sensors at all. If you come into this room and you're doing full speed movement with Raiden, you can just walk. It's fine. I checked again, do I have the cooldown spray in previous? I do. And well, then there's no reason to say GG. This one really is unknown and just RNG. You can do the exact same setup and it doesn't happen at all. Did you delete your golds from these zips again? I didn't. I just corrected the second room, so the gold is now way higher in the second room. And that then corrects, of course, the sum of best. Yeah, that's why I explain these setups and you know, say why they sometimes work or why they doesn't work. Take it or else. I'm taking the GG, thank you. In any case, we come down here and we're like, okay, we're gonna sit down, gonna spray. Remember, we already took 18 seconds just to go back in the previous room and get out. So of course, now it looks like we're gonna lose time. I'm gonna go here, gotta put on the AK, gotta go down. And so we were plus 11. Imagine seeing this. From plus 11, we go to -2. We saved, thanks to these zips, 13 seconds, and there is at least 4 more. That was the thing where I was like, okay, I guess we have a chance. Despite fucking everything, we do have a chance. Only thanks to the zip we came back here. Isn't that insane? Right? And so, what does this mean for the next run? Well, it means I can do the zips, or I can still choose to not do the zips because they only saved me 13 seconds. If I play everything well before these zips and I'm still on the PB pace, I might still not do them and don't risk it, and I can still PB easily. It's a risk versus reliability thing. You either choose to be fast beforehand and just go with the definitely reliable times that you get, or, you know, you do these risks on top and get a massive time save. You know, in this instance, for this 101.58, super lucky that KL worked out. I've seen Fury doing it so often and he failed so often that his runs literally just died there. Because you can't come back from this. You can walk out and come back into this room, but the damage has already been done just because you tried to do the setup, and, you know, it sadly is really painful then to continue after that. So yeah, here we are. Sniping section, you know what it is. We can literally zoom in 5 minutes into the future. And interesting enough though, even on VAMP 2, I was like, oh, did I have a good VAMP? And then I remembered, actually, I didn't have a time loss at VAMP 2. Because I shot my first magazine out and I didn't fully hit him. So I had actually quite good time save to get there as well, 2.4 seconds. So I adjust a little bit, do the shot, and then boom. Instead of at -2.5, we already at almost -5 seconds. And as you can see here, at current pace, we're on pace for 1:02.01. It's like, oh man, if I just get lucky enough at Tango 2 and if I just do everything right with my movement, I actually can get the 101. Just gotta really pull it together now from this point on. So go through here, I'm like, alright, let's do this, come on. Gotta focus. And I go through these rooms. 0.16 loss versus gold. 0.8 loss versus gold. It's fine. Move on. I gotta go to him. It's exactly -4.2. Okay, we gotta see where we gotta get away from here. There's not much happening. Just gotta wait. Move on. Hold up D-pad upright to immediately get away with the good angle. And then we gotta leave the room like this. It's looking okay. Okay, let's go. 0.1 versus gold. Good enough, good enough. Saved a few frames here. Gentianum, do we get the drop? Or actually, do we not drop? That's the key. We don't want to drop. We didn't drop. We can go on. The whole cutscene thing here. I actually did. Just to explain, I actually did pause scum. Because at this point I was like, I gotta squeeze out everything, guys. I gotta squeeze out everything. And in this one instance, I actually didn't hit the timing, so I just paused literally when I needed to press select. I did this actually correctly. It was like forwarding, a few frames. Ah, there's decoding. Press select and then let go of start. Stuff like that. How does the pause scum exactly work? Well, you basically just pause and unpause and slowly forward instead of waiting. And then if you're lucky, you get the reaction time a few frames earlier to open the codec. That's literally all it is. You pause, the IGT pauses, and you just forward it bit by bit instead of naturally waiting. And because we go by IGT, we can do this. So let me just go back a little bit further. As we start the room here, I'm going here, and I'm like, okay, we're in position. I pause, unpause, and you see here, okay, this is an early frame. You can literally first frame open the codec if we have godlike reflexes. And if you don't, you just pause and unpause, and you can see here the IGT ticking forward a little bit, even here in the detail timer. We're just going like in 0.2 second steps, which is still better than me naturally reacting. It's a really minor time save times 5, which can up to 1 second. And you gotta see here, my best in the segment is a 142, and my PB is a 144. So there's like 2 seconds here. 2 seconds when we get to the 101.59. That would have been the goal. So it was actually worth it going through the pause coming here. You know, we're just going here. Then pause. In this instance, pause too late. Could have been a few frames earlier, but it's fine. And then once again, when I get the rough feeling, okay, it's coming up soon, pause, unpause, forward a few milliseconds, and then boom, just hit select. And then of course for the 5th call, the 6th one's coming right after it, so you can just hold select as you leave the codec. And you say really minor time save, but let's look where we actually end up here in the end. 41, 42, 0.01. We literally saved the 2 seconds. Instead of being at -5, we're now at -7.35. And we're on pace for a 101.59. Now we really just have to be lucky that Tango 2 RNG doesn't cost us time. In my plant PB, I lost 8 seconds there in Tango 2. So you see me fretting here like, oh god, this is so close. This is so close. Any bad RNG now, I lose the 101. Hey Stars, how's it going? So we start off, Tango 1. Tango 1, very easy, we just do the skip, we walk all the way to the end, we shoot everything in our way, do as many cartwheels as we can to be fast. Shoot these guys, cartwheel, more cartwheel, and then get to the door as quickly as possible. Alright, Tango 1, save, barely lost any time. We're doing great, we're currently reviewing my 101 I got yesterday. Got a PB with a 101, and trying to make it exciting, analyzing this. Okay, this is the one. Tango 2. If Tango 2 goes well, this is it. Because after that, chances are very unlikely that you lose much time. He says, not knowing what's about to happen. In this instance, we lost a few frames because I didn't hold down skipping the cutscene, so I'm like, oh no. No, I love the Gora wave, that's cute. So I'm like, here, I gotta prepare, and then I should have held down X. I go a few frames into this cutscene, that's fine. We're standing here on the spot. You want to be exactly on the spot that I'm showing here, by the way. So if you do easy or very easy runs, we don't do cool and skip, because cool and skip, you literally need to wait at least 1 minute and 8 seconds, 10 seconds. But in Tango 2 on easy and very easy, I actually faster just done the normal way, which is the one I'm showing here. So we're gonna do the cartwheel here. Stand in this spot in the center of this little box here. This is the position you want to have. You want to stand here and then look to the left at the door. And you want to align your cursor with this corner of the door frame. Because even if the guards are coming around you, don't get the lock on. If you just have the right timing, you will hit the door frame and the splash explosion will kill any guards that are here coming through. This is where I aim. As you can see here, and then I just hold attack with turbo. I don't need to do much here. Is it a world record? No. The world record is a 1 hour flat in 53 seconds. So my 101 is not a world record at all. No. It's just a barrier that's really hard to get. Even with Prozac skip, it's really hard to get. And this run was begging to die, and I didn't let it die. So we're just shooting here at the door frame, terror these guards, and we're just hoping that we get around 50 seconds, maybe 51. If we're just even with PB, it'd still be fine. Just taking them out. We're barely scratching. We're exactly at 1 hour and 2 minutes flat pace. Any frames above that will be 1 or 2. Any frames below that could be a 101. So I'm like begging to the RNG gods. I'm just holding down turbo here. I'm like hoping, please, please let it come through. We're waiting. Shooting off them. 44. 45. 46. 47. One more. Snake takes him out. And... oh no. Oh god. It literally just happened. We're ending the fight on 0.7. And we're just on pace for a 101.59. I'm like, oh my god. Okay. Ray Super consistent, don't need to worry about losing frames, it's fine. Solidus though. Solidus could be a dick, he could not give me the elbow and stuff like that, so I might be losing some time there. Gotta wait for the dialogue. Oh, and the video wants crash. I don't know what's up with the video. I definitely have it on YouTube. I should just watch the video on YouTube. It's fine, whatever. It's my wall recording. Oops, too early.
Are you awake yet, Jack?
Too late.
It was
There we go. Okay.
The were among my rank. You ran.
Oops. So here we go. Race fine. Race relatively easy.
Something less than real.
Shouldn't be a problem, right? Shouldn't be a problem. The way you do this, you go to the stinger, shoot the first one in the mouth, shoot the left one in the mouth, you go a little bit to the left, so the right one comes on stage, you shoot the one on the stage, shoot him in the left knee, so he pops his mouth open, then you shoot it in his mouth. Easy. Do that. Here we go. Done. 0.2 seconds versus gold. We're Gucci. We're actually so good, we can allow ourselves to lose 1 second now, because we're on a 101.58 even. And we have around 1.4 seconds that we can still save at Solidus. Well, VE doesn't need a loop. Yep, that's correct. VE doesn't need a loop. Shoot them once in the mouth and they're done, and you literally just need to take out the 3 initial ones. No loop at all, very easy. Which makes, you know, the race free.
Is corrupted beyond repair.
And here we go. We were just a minute off to know the result. We gotta wait through the codex here. Gotta wait. Cutscene, okay. 1 set of codex, another cutscene. Final set of codex, 2 more cutscenes. And I'm on the edge of my seat. So what you want to do is, you want to turn off turbo and manually mash through these cutscenes, because at the start, we need to hold D-pad left and punch Solidus once to open him up for the first 3 slashes. Can happen if you don't have the right distance to him, that the slashes, he will just dodge them. But with this method, shoutouts to BMN, he showed me a setup where you just hold D-pad left, punch him once, and then start the attack. Punch him once, he's like, ah, damn it. And then we initiate the 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3. Keep your distance, he will pop out his Nikitas, I say. Okay, here we go. Copy through them. 1, 2, 3. Alright. 1 more set of these, and he's in the second phase. So we go here, cartwheel. 1, 2, 3. I missed him here. Losing me time. I'm like, fuck. No. Oh, this can't be it. Come, please. Please. Just give me 2 elbows and we're good to go. Please. This is time loss. Oh no. So he's dashing over, starts the second phase. Hey Scott, how's it going? And I'm looking at this like, oh god, please. Just short dashes. 2 elbows. That's all I'm asking for, please. Here we go. Elbow 1. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Stab. We're good to go. Move away. Block. Get ready. Second elbow. 1, 2, 3. And we're timing. It's done. And it's the 101.58. We did it. It could have failed in the last second, but it didn't. And it's a 101.58 in the end. My first 101. Partially, of course, thanks to Prozac Skip. Without Prozac Skip, it would have still been a PB. Would have still been a good PB, a mid 102, naturally. You know, add 28 seconds on top of that, and we have a 102.26, which is almost, it's like 29 seconds versus my 102.55 I had before Prozac Skip was found. So that's a half a minute. Within a week of coming back to VE grinding. And so, alright, we got the goal of the 101. I'm good. But I'm still not happy. I mean, have you seen the earlier start of this run? The time losses I had there? I had so much time loss. Even if I don't do the zips next time, I can still PB off this and be even happier with a clean run. So I'm like, come on. And yeah, just to confirm it here, of course, at the end. That run is so nerve-wracking. Yeah, I hope it was fun, because I was thinking, man, this run has to be commentated over, so I'm going to upload this exact thing that we're doing here on the YouTube channel, along with the 101, and then hopefully we'll be making for some good entertainment. And here's the confirmation, a 101.58. Phew! Nerve-wracking. Indeed. So, yeah, we came all the way back after the early time losses from bomb defusal and from bad aims. Even after that, a few bits more, from plus 25 to minus 8. In total, after the president, we made up a total time save of 33 seconds. And that's the lesson here today, class. Never give up on your run. You can see me like, I have no idea what I was doing. I was just going for the run. I didn't stop the recording. I could have stopped the recording, being like, it's a practice one. I'm just going to finish the practice one. But I didn't, thankfully, stop the recording. Because I somewhat was believing it can still PB. And you want to have that recording. And I'm like, okay. We did it. Hey, Puzzle. Wait, it was a 101? Yeah, it was a 101. The 101.58, as we can see here. Achieved yesterday, early in the day, just doing a daily run, And I was like, God, thankfully, I fucking didn't stop recording. I didn't reset the run. Thankfully, I just did it. I'm like, okay, we're good. I have this off my chest. I officially achieved the 101. But I'm not really happy. I'm not really happy.